Hello, friends of Sudoku, and welcome to today's New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle, today being the 11th of March 2024. I hope everyone is doing well, and we will dive right into this puzzle with a 5. The 5 blocks over here and down here, so this, of course, must be a 5. The 9 also blocks over, so a 9 will end up in one of these two squares. And, well, that's about all we can say about the 9s, isn't it? 4 blocks down here, so a 4 goes in one of these two squares blocking across. So this 4 blocks across, this 4 blocks down. We're going to have a 4 here or here. Meanwhile, I'm spotting a couple of 1s blocking across and 1 blocking up. So here's a 1. This 1 blocks across and down. So one of these is a 1, and we are going to have a 1 here or here as well. Six blocks over here and up here. Here's a 6. We have a 3 and a 4 blocking here. So these two squares in some order must be a 3 and a 4. We can't tell which one is going to be yet, but now we know that these must be a 1, 2, and a 9. And I also can't place them, but a 1, 2, and a 9 here gives me a 5 and an 8 here. Here we can do something because a 5 blocks up, so here's an 8, and here must be a 5. We have a 5 and a 9 here. We have a 5 and a 9 here, so these two positions must be occupied by a 5 and a 9 in some combination. So since neither of these squares can be a 4, and we have a 4 blocking here and here, and we have a 4 blocking here, and we have a 4 blocking here, this must be a 4. And I think we can place a 7 as well now, or can we? No, we can't. This is a 5 and 9, 7 blocks over here and 7 blocks over here. So we can still have a 7 here and here. These squares are pretty interesting. We got an 8 and a 9 blocking here. So an 8 and a 9 must go in 2 of the 3 squares. And the other 2 must be a 2 and a 4. And that is much less obvious. We also have two candidates up here. The corner square here is interesting because I'm looking across here. I'm seeing that we need to find a 1, 2, 3, 7. 3 and 7 can't go here, so they must go in 2 of these squares here. Now I'm looking at this square and the 3, of course, blocks here. So a 7, I'm not sure. 3 goes here or here, we know that. And we know this, by the way, because this 3 blocks down. These are 5 and 9. So a 3 must go here or here, blocking down. So 3 here or here, and therefore in one of these 3 squares. Seven must go here or here, because the 7 blocks here, and the 7 blocks here, and the 7 blocks here. In case I forgot to explain that. It's not easy to see, but if you stare at it long enough, you can see that this square must be an 8. Again, it's just simple counting, frowned upon by many, but highly effective. This square can't be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. So you see, simply it's got to be an 8. 1, 2, 6, 9 here. So 1 and 2 here. 2 can't go here or here. So we got 2 here or here. 2, 6, 1, 9. 1, 2, 6, 9. Did I say that? We got 1, 2, 9 blocking the square. So guess what? It's a 6. Now we have this 6 blocking down here. And we need a 6 for this row 7. So if a 6 can't go here, and it can't go here, here, or here, and it can't go here or here, it follows that it must go here. I'm still intrigued by this column here and the 5 and the 9s. So 3, 7, 8 for these squares here. This, of course, forces a 7 or an 8 to go here, and then 3 here or here. So looking across here for what's missing, missing is the 3 I talked about, but it can't go here. And missing are also a 5, 7, 9. So since we have a 9 and a 5 blocking here, this cannot be a 3. We talked about that because one of these must be a 3 block, and this 7 blocks over here. This must be a 7. Now we need a 3, 5, and a 9 for these squares. 9 goes here, here, 5 goes here, here, 3, anywhere, just about. But then now we have a 7 here and here, so one of these must be a 7. We have a 1 blocking across here, and one of these is a 1 blocking across. So we also have a 1 up here in one of these 3 squares. Can I do anything with that? I don't know. But since I found this 7, I might as well follow through on the idea and see that none of these can be 7s, and this can't be a 7, so here's a 7. Now 1, 2, and 8 here. The 8 here and here block these 2 squares, so this must be an 8. And a 1 and 2 here. 7 and 8. These can't be 7, 8. 7 and 8 go in 2 of these squares. And a 6 goes here or here. 6 blocks over. 6 blocks down. So we got a 1 and a 6 here, don't we? See here, 1 and 6 blocking down. We got 1 and 6 here. Therefore, in addition to the 3 that must go in one of these 2 squares, we got an 8. And we can do a 7 now for column 5, because the 7 blocks here and the 7 blocks here, these 7s block here and here. So here's a 7. We need a 2, 4, 3, and a 5 here. There's a 2, 3, and a 4 blocking here. So this must be the 5, which blocks down. We got a 5 here blocking over and 1 here blocking over. So here's a 5, and now a 3 and a 9 for these 2 squares. The 9 blocks down. Here's a 3. Here's a 9 finally. Now a 3, 4, and a 2 here. 3. So this is a 2 or a 3. We also have a 2 or a 3 here. Nah, they'll have to wait. 2 and 4 here. 4 blocks down. One of these is a 4 blocking over. Yeah, one of these must be a 4. Which one? Which one? We don't know. We're still not a lot closer to the 3 and the 4 that we need here. So we'll keep plugging and see what happens. And what is going to happen is a flurry of activity involving 5s and 9s. We have a 5 blocking up here and across here and down here. So this is a 5. Remember how these are 5 and 9s? Now this is a 5 and this is a 9. This 9 blocks across, this 9 blocks across, this 9 blocks up. One of these is a 9 blocking down. So we have a 9 here. I believe we have a 3 now for row 6, because this 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here, and this 3 blocks here. So here's a 3. 2, 4, and 8 here. 2, 4, 8. So this is a 2, 8. This is a 2, 4. This is a, well, 8 must go here and here. So this is a 2, 4. And that's all we can say. Now let me look at this column. We need to find 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. And we do have 3, 7 here. So this is a 1, 2, 9. We have a 2, 3, 7 here. This is a 1, 9. Maybe we should look at the 3s and 7 instead of the 1s and 9s. 7, 3 block here. 7, 3 block here. So look at this. We got a 7 and a 3 remote pair here. Isn't that nice? Because now these must be a 1, 2, and a 9. Let's see if we can work with a 7, 3, can we? Not quite sure. And yet, if we look at the top row, 7, 3 block here and here. So both of these must be a 7, 3, and therefore we have a 1, 2 here, and we have a 1, 2 here. And since they are 7, 3, these must be a 1, 9. This is also a 1, 9, of course. But isn't it so that if this is a 7, 3 and this is a 7, 3, that it follows that this can't be a 2? I think that must be the conclusion. And the 2 blocks down here, so we got ourselves a 2 here. Now a 4 and an 8 here. The 4 blocks here, so this is an 8, and this is a 4, and therefore this is an 8, and this must be a 2. We know that these were 3 and 4. The 4 now takes away this square from being a 4. It must be a 3, and this must be a 4. And this has got to be a 3. Now we know that this is a 3, and that this is an 8. Which blocks across? 8 blocks down, 8 here. The last number here must be a 1. And we know that these are 1 and 9. The 1 now forces a 9 to go here and a 1 to go here. 9 blocks over, so a 9 goes here, and a 2 must go up here and therefore here, while this must be a 1. 7, 3, missing is a 1. It goes here. Here, only one number missing, a 2, which blocks across. 2 blocks down, a 2 must go here. Here and here, we are looking for a 4 and a 6. 4 blocks here. So here's a 6. Here's a 4, which blocks across here. This 4 blocks down here. We have a 4 here, and therefore here. This must be a 1. One of these is a 7, I remember that. The other one seems to want to be a 6. 6 blocks over, so here's where the 7 goes, and here's where the 6 goes. 7 blocks over here, so 7 goes here, and therefore here, and the 3 goes here. Now we have a 3 here, and 2 empty squares to fill, a 2 and a 9. The 9 blocks down, so this is a 2, this is a 9. And that's it for today's New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back soon. Bye for now.